Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready up. 52's the mark. Check. 52's the mark. He's time to move. Ready.
On first down, Braxton. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Braxton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Score. He's cracking. He's checking crack. SOS. There you go.
On 3rd down, Braxton. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now to the air, Rock. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Jam it, jam it, jam, jam. Ran, cut. Protein spill.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Draymond Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Kill, kill, kill. 49, check 49, check 49.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Trubisky steps away to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
We're going at it, though.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Locke. This is the tight end fan. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Jones on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
180. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Alert, 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 alert. Let's go, defense.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
61, matchbox lights. Check 59, Mike. Hey, Charlie. 59.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Braxton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I know. I was looking for a dive play.
Braxton. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Yeah.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time to me.
Nah, I didn't get my pitch off. If I would have got my pitch off, it would have been a different play.
Who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board.
Yeah,
I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like
I didn't get it
might
all.
play a
That's
big
on
role
me.
in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve.
A little bit conservative. I ain't want to, you know.
Win you one.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the whip. Alert.
Here's Trubisky. Drops it underneath to Elliott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, that's only because my man turned the wrong way.
Joker.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Nah, you ain't low. I don't know. It's just my...
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coach.
Yeah, just my broadcast. I don't know.
Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here.
And plus, I got on headphones, so...
Lock in.
Yeah, my room is quiet.
Watch the twin. Nickel. Alert.
On second down, Trubisky. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Blue. Drop deep.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
He ain't running the rock at all.
24's the mic. I got you.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. It's caught by OBJ. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of 4.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check your hot read. 18. 24's the mic. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
You ain't like
as
that
they
look.
Stop it here with just under 40
baby.
ticks to go in this first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch the safety creep. Ran, touch.
Trubisky to throw again. He finds Beckham complete.
Are you serious, Sue Craven?
Now the
Are you
Browns
serious?
for the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Hey, 18. Hey, check 24. Watch 20. Hey, alert.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
None of that.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring
None
up
of that.
2nd down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, ball. Not today, you are. 18.
36. Slam.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here.
Missed it.
And
He
it
missed
bangs
it.
off the right
He missed it.
upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh, no, don't hit it. Rats.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two
He
teams
put
as
you
we
to sleep,
come
too.
back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Alert. No.
Again, it's Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put my hands on my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Doomaville.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Jones.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Alert. Check. Fresno.
24 is the mic. Coming to you.
Check. 6-6. Bullet high.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Check 50. Check 50.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, exit.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Alert, 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 alert. Lock in, lock in. Come.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He's coming. We got double up.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, 18.
We don't want none. Hey, check back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He finds his target. Beckham. 27 yards there. A first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play
Yeah, I
will
thought
work
I did
well.
too.
He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Alert, 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 alert.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. This is the tight end, Njoku. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one a first down pickup of 8. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. This is caught at the 20. And
baby.
Take it into the end zone.
Baby.
Denver score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Set that up the whole game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
He set it up the whole game.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check 99. Move.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
We own them.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check point.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
18.
Now Trubisky on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here I come.
Hey, ball.
Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
Hey,
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Draymond Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Braxton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down, Denver.
Down. 70, Indy. You're not ready. You're not ready. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready, ready.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the pass. Check 9, check 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Set. 60 or.
They'll keep it on the ground. Braxton. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He's back to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing now is Trubisky. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Lock to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Double. Hey, Alpha. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 5.
One final try for Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.